What's good with y'all, man? What's good with everybody indeed? What's up? What's up? What's good with y'all, man? What's good? What's good? Greetings and salutations, man. What's up with everybody? If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you are new, what up, man? What's good with y'all, man? For this first page, I'm thinking I'm gonna kind of jump straight into things. I'm thinking that I'm gonna jump right into what this first one is gonna be. As I was saying before, though, yo, if you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you are new, welcome, welcome. What's good with y'all, though? What's good, indubitably? What is good on this lovely Saturday, Sunday, wherever the day may fall for you? What's good with everybody, man? What's good? What's good? What is good, indubitably? I'm gonna give everybody a chance to get in here. Before I start going more into detail about what this page is gonna be based around, I'm thinking that I'm gonna kind of let y'all just guess, man. I'm gonna let y'all guess, and we can kind of go from there. That's what this first one is. That's what I'm thinking for this first page. Young Spider-Man. No. Spider-Man is a good guess. But I'm not really feeling Spider-Man right now on this one. Not for this page, but Spider-Man ain't a bad guess. I drew a lot of Spider-Man the other day. I remember I was doing that theme that was a lot more grounded in like the Edge of Time games, and even it kind of like briefly touched on to the Spider-Verse theme too. But that ain't really what I'm going for here. That's not really what I'm trying to do again. I don't want for this one to feel like it's the exact same page over. I had a theme in mind that I wanted to try out for this one. What's up with everybody, though? Popping in for a bit. Yo, what's up, Ghost? Welcome, welcome. I didn't really want for this night to seem like it was an exact like repeat of what I did last night. Don't get me wrong, the stuff that I did do last night is still gonna come up in time. But I was catching these past couple of days. I've been kind of like going through and just catching up on some of my actual like time-lapse uploads. Yo, what's up with everybody though, man? What's good? What's good? If you're new here, welcome, welcome. I bet y'all not gonna be able to guess what this first one is gonna be. And it's not gonna. If you were here the other day, as I was saying before, I'm kind of like avoiding making this one an exact repeat of what I did last night. This is not gonna be the exact same. Yo, what's up, Pandora? What's up, Pandora? And what drawing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want y'all to guess. I don't want to outright say who it's gonna be just yet. But the theme kind of goes along with some of the things that I usually would do. But I actually managed. You said Jesus? Not on this one, but I've had a lot of people ask me about Jesus. It's Pikachu. With something like Jesus, I really want to do something like that right. Stylist 5, I gotta try. Definitely do your thing. I appreciate it too, Chris. I've had a lot of people ask me about Jesus, but like with Jesus, bro, and even with like human faces, I would really want to get going from an anime face to a human face. It's like it's a night and day difference. I tend definitely drawing eyes for sure. Never mind. And Panda. Yeah, nah, this one ain't Panda. It's so funny you saying that though, man, because I seen some like old clips from Kung Fu Panda. Whenever that I think he was like a tiger or something. He was upset he wasn't the Dragon Warrior. I'm gonna be honest, yo, like I remember watching Kung Fu Panda, but I can't even really tell you what Kung Fu Panda is about. Like I remember seeing, I feel like my mom took me to see it as a kid, but like I don't really remember that movie. I remember Poe, and I want to say it had like a show or something on Cartoon Network, but I don't really remember anything else about it. I remember Poe. Jesus loves you too, G. Poe, are you good at drawing anime or animated characters? That's usually what I kind of dabble in. That's usually what I'll dabble. Like I'll dabble in more animated, sometimes anime, but I tend to kind of stray more in the direction of stuff that I'm more familiar with. Like every now and then I kind of branch out and I'll kind of be more experimental with it. But recently I've been kind of dabbling more in stuff that I'm at least halfway familiar with. Naruto? You think this one is Naruto? Do you? I have like a nice little backlog of people that I said I was gonna do a minute ago, but I haven't really gotten around to it. I think that I kind of go off of the vibe of what feels right in the moment. I never want these pages to feel forced, you know, like there gotta be something that sparks me. One page, for example, I'm not as familiar with Ben 10, but the night that he came up, it matched the vibe. I was cool with the direction the page went, and I was happy with it. How to Take the Master. I started doing this in probably like 2024, but I didn't really it didn't take me that long to do this because I'm a righty, but for whatever reason I've always been able to write with my left. I kind of took advantage of that fact and I just doubled down on it, man. I said I don't know why that was the way that it worked, but I just took it and ran with it, you know. I don't know how long it would take you if you tried it, but I mean, you don't know until you try. That's what I would say. You don't know until you try, and that was like my whole aha moment. The moment that I realized that I could, I just literally ran with it. Looks like Eren or Naruto. I just want you to just give me your best guess. I'm not gonna reveal it. You said we hit 1K for sure, man. Y'all doing y'all's thing. If you enjoying what you're seeing so far, if you enjoying the show, definitely don't forget to tap the screen. Absolutely tap the screen, indeed. You should do the Invincible. I've had a lot of people mention Invincible to me, but I've never seen it. Kind of going back to what I was saying, that's a theme that's came up. That's like that's pretty much that whole lane of people has been asked. I haven't really done it. Is that and it's a couple of like character themes. It's a lot of cartoon themes that people have also asked me for. But as I was saying before, I kind of go off with just what feels right to me in the moment, and maybe eventually. I'm not gonna promise it like right now or even tonight. I'm just saying in general, when it comes around, if it comes around, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, it is what it is. I kind of gotta catch the vibe for it. I just never want these pages to feel forced. That's like my strategy for just keeping it to where it feels true. It feels authentic. And I'm figuring if people be asking me a lot, how long it's taken me to learn and what inspired you to learn this. Well, in me doing this way, it helped me make sense of the shapes that I was trying to understand. That was part of the reason that I like doubled down on it. And honestly, it centered my attention. Like it gave me a way to halfway just be grounded in what I was doing in the moment, you know? That was part of the pull and through the big 3K. Indubitably, man. And watch it, bro. It's so good. Yo, thank you for the roses too, Wavy. I appreciate it. I feel like I've been told about it. Ain't it like a game? Ain't it like a game and a show? I haven't really kind of on the topic of animes. I haven't really dropped down and just really immersed myself into it. It ain't even nothing against it for real. You really gotta take your time and just be immersed into stuff like that. You really gotta be fully immersed. And the way that my attention span is now, yo, I start feeling like a fiend. Like I need to be constantly going. Usually, like, with me watching shows and stuff, I got to pull out my sketchbook and I'll just start kind of messing around with my lines. And just doing, like, little things. I think that's funny how that works. But going back to the original question, not to get too distracted, this gave me a way to center my attention halfway. It was like in me realizing that I could do this. I could just halfway just focus my attention into something that was, like, right in front of me, you know? Without going off into too many different directions. It's at like, late-stage brain rotism, bruh. It's a condition. It's a byproduct of the new age consumption. But yeah, man. Now that I'm trying to like shape in this headband and stuff, but Invincible has definitely came up a lot. It's a couple of other shows too that also came up. Some things that I've gotten around to, some things that have kind of like fallen into the back rooms. I got like a backroom catalog of stuff that I've said I'm gonna do. It just has kind of like got lost in the sauce, man. So hey, if sooner than later, you know, sooner than later. I refuse to put a date on it though, because the moment I do, it's gonna end up like one of those assignments you postpone. It's like, oh yeah, it'll get done eventually. I remember I sat there like in one of my college assignments. I had like a class that wasn't as. It was like a life skill class or something, but it wasn't. It was major, but it wasn't. It wasn't like something like a math class or algebra or something. So I sat there and put it off and put it off and put it off. And the night before it was due, it was like a huge project. And then me doing that, bro. I remember I had to like stay up like all night, bro. The birds was up, the sun was beaming outside. It was crazy. But 10 out of 10, I recommend that. It's always like the weird, non-essential classes that end up having like the most like weirdly complex assignments. That get you into like a mess. Yo, what's up? Always. I'm over here like investing so much brain power into this. It's like this is not supposed to be a class where I'm over here like investing this much thought into it. You say, yo, what's up, Beckett? What's good, indubitably, man? I'll never forget that though. I sat there and put that assignment off. Like it was like we got like months and months and months to do it. And in me doing that, I learned why we got months to do that. It was like a plan out your life type of class. And I had to clutch up, bro. I had to clutch up. Yo, what's up, Charlie? What's good, indubitably, man? With 10 out of 10, I would 10 out of 10 not recommend. That was like, I feel like that was like a little bit before the Chat GPT, the Chat GPT epidemic, man. I was genuinely grinding. Like I was actually up grinding that assignment. And what was so crazy is it was like whenever I did finally complete it, it was low key mid. It wasn't even like, I've had some assignments where it's like I pull off like a generational performance, but yo, that was a mid performance. And I sat there and I destroyed my sleep schedule for that too. Yo, what's up, Logan? It made for a nice story. At least I think that my dog, he sat there and heard me awake and he wanted to, of course, go on a walk, bro. You know how dogs, they'll like sense any micro movement in your room. They got like maximum hearing setting on when they want to hear you. Bro sat there and like sensed the shift in my room. He demanded going on a walk since he knew I was still awake. The sun was up. Y'all know I was speaking on this in one of my past live streams, but the telltale sign that your sleep schedule is cooked. Actually, if you wake up and the birds are outside your window chirping, or if you haven't went to sleep, but they be outside yapping, yo. Be outside chirping up a storm. It'd be crazy. But yeah, bro. Hey, it's between that. See, I got away with it that time. I tried to run that back in like, it was like a basic algebra class, and yo, that destroyed me, bro. Well, I don't know. I thought I was like Yagami or something. Y'all was about to pull off something crazy, but that was not a good performance either. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. I realized that sometimes you the bug and sometimes you the windshield. And bro, that caught up to me. Like that was a hit, bro. I completely missed. This is fire. I appreciate it too, Toasty. Me and my homie stayed up for like 40 hours straight to read 10 books. But listen, 40 hours. But that's dedication. Like, look, you know what? I respect that though, because look, you had an accountability partner. It wasn't just you that was procrastinating. It was a squad of y'all. Therefore, y'all could really hold each other accountable. Like, I don't know what kind of like generational Olympic. I don't know what I thought I was about to pull off, yo. But that low key, it like backfired on me bad, yo. I'm like a Hall of Fame procrastinator, and it doesn't help. Like if you already got that like predisposition to procrastinate, you'll put it off and put it off and put it off until the very last minute. Like I've had situations where that has like low key turned my. I've had some amazing performances, but I've also had performances where it's like that genuinely cooked my grade because of that. Yo, if you're not like a Hall of Fame procrastinator, bro, I would not suggest picking up that type of lifestyle. Hall of Fame procrastinate. I kind of like cycle in between either doing, like I function as like I'm either doing everything at once or nothing at all. Like there's never an in between, and I think that's crazy. Reading 5 books, You like an Olympic. You a professional though. I take that. We was the MJ and LeBron's of procrastinating. How much Adderall did that take? They was written out. That wasn't even Adderall. They was written off of like pure love of the game. They was just. That was pure love of the craft at that point. They wasn't even taking external substances. They were just doing it for the love of the craft, bro. The MJ and the LeBron of procrastination. Here, I thought I was really doing something. Bro, is you drawing with your toes? Yeah, bro, just for you. Bro, they was doing it just for the love of the game. I can respect that. Yeah, yo. I could respect the vision. I don't know. See, like, it would come to the point to where I see it as, like, whenever you start having to, like, mentally calculate how much sleep you're going to get, it's like, if you ever hit the point where you're calculating how much sleep you're going to get, you're, like, the battle might be over. It ain't over, but it's not looking great, you know? The odds are not looking in your favor, bro. You know how the little Hunger Games lady kept saying, the odds is not looking great. It ain't, the math ain't mathing, yo. The math is not mathing. The scoreboard is looking rough. Not gonna lie, I couldn't get through the first season of Naruto. But you gotta see, you gotta have a certain taste to be able to just Naruto is Naruto. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I promise. This ain't like an ad. But Naruto is one of those ones. If you can get into it, it might just change your life. But once you start, there's no going back. It's kind of like you genuinely it's like, hey, bruh, you're done. You definitely the first. What you mean there's no going back? Yeah, I mean literally what I'm trying to suggest here. Well, yo, once you start watching Naruto, there ain't no going back. Like, it's kind of like the One Piece situation. You gonna have to sit through so many episodes. You gotta watch. So, yo, why you? Yo, is that his spines? Yeah, it is his spines, bro. It's a lifestyle, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's a lifestyle, literally. Once you start, there's no. It's kind of like Dragon Ball. There's always gonna be another dude that gotta get beat up. Now I could see somebody not liking. Like, I like Dragon Ball a lot, but I feel like I can understand Dragon Ball a little bit more than Naruto. Like, if as far as like somebody not liking it, the filler is terrible for Naruto, which is exactly why I always tell people, yo, if you're getting into it, skip the filler. Skip it all. Is that me? It can be. Skip the filler. Like, super skip the filler. I don't care what anybody says. If you just value the time of your life, you're not trying to watch weird flashbacks about rocks. You got to invest your time with every anime. See, I'll be thinking that too, but I don't know, man. I'm not the most busy person in the world, and it's so ironic with me saying that. Like, sometimes, like, I don't got the patience to watch a million episodes of One Piece. People stay trying to pull up into the lives telling me about One Piece, but I'm like, gee, as much as I would love to check this out, yo, that's like a million. That is a million minutes, a million days, a million hours. Like, I'm not trying to get into the business of watching something on like 5x speed. Like, it could be the greatest anime in the world, but yo, if it's got too many episodes, I don't want to feel like I gotta dedicate like my lifetime to the show, even if it's great. Which is kind of why I understand people not gravitating towards Naruto immediately, because it's a lot. I won't even lie, it is a lot. It's a lot, and some people might not really be down. Some people really might not be down for the cause. 1 million seconds is 11 days. That's 11 days too many in my book, yo. A million days too many. Too much time. Like, I need like a Spark Note summary. Like, I'm immediately jumping. A billion is 37 years. That's still 37 years too many, man. I gotta like condense this down. Even if you watching it on 5x speed, that ain't enough. 5x speed, that's a crazy method. You know, by the time you do all that, 5x speed, you got like 16 tabs open going at the same time, trying to take it all in. That really might be the strategy. That really might be the strategy. That's the only thing about getting into some stuff a little bit later on. It's like, if you're unfortunate to not kind of jump onto the train whenever it first begins, you got to play the game of catching up, yo. And it's like, yo, it's cool, man, but ain't nobody got time for all that, man. Yo, what's up, Miss Dawson? What's good, indubitably. You gotta like dedicate your life to the show. There's like no negotiating at all. You're just forever in this predicament. I appreciate it too, APZ. I appreciate it. Yeah, you gotta dedicate your whole life. Nothing short of at least 37 watch years. Not even watch hours. Watch years. You gotta be fully committed. Time spent. Fully absorbed. Wild work right there. Thank you, Tom. I need that sleepy bedtime ASMR, bro. I've been waiting. Yo, you would I see that's so crazy how that works. I'm not even an ASMR person, but you're not the first person to mention that, bro. I had somebody on her trolling the other day talking about some yo, can you sing a lullaby? Yo, it's such a mixed bag dealing with y'all, bro. Cause on one hand, you be having like the freakazoids. They be talking about I had one dude talking about like jumping out of the stream to go watch Bonnie Blue. Then on the other hand, yo, you got the fiend. Yo, it be a lot of stuff going on. I don't be speaking on everything. Sasuke, let me see you draw Luffy. Nah, I'm not drawing Luffy right now, but if you want to see that, I got like a time lapse on my I got a time lapse. I got a time lapse on my page. Reminds me of Mommy ASMR. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yo. The freakazoids be coming out at nighttime, yo. I'm not that type of streamer. The freakazoids be coming out. You know, I like the late night vibe, but it's like that is not what we're doing, okay? And 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 how did you find out you could draw like this? I had to read the Elder Scroll. Yeah, the freakazoids, bro. But you know, I respect. See, this is tough. Nah, don't be saying all, bro. Don't be saying all. We not. It's okay, bro. It don't gotta be a jolly bad show, bro. It can still be a jolly good show. And just that ain't the timing, okay? Man went to watch Bonnie midstream. Oh nah. But as I couldn't believe it, but at least I don't know, man. I don't know. I was trying to flip in this. See, I was trying to flip in this. I don't even know. I have no idea. I was trying to flip into some maybe wholesome, but yo, I'm genuine. I'm genuinely at a loss. Sometimes I don't even be having the answers, bro. Sometimes I'll be a little bit lost. I'm in the dark. Why is a different technique for a less than average drawing? I don't know, Frieza. And is that Boruto? Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know. Nah, this ain't young Boruto. Boruto, he got like a different jacket on. This is his father. This is that young man's father. I don't really be drawing Boruto, but it's only because I haven't kept up as much with Boruto as with the other Naruto shows. And would you ever use different ink colors? I do sometimes. I'll occasionally use my black pens. Not really too much on live, but if I'm just kind of like chilling, making some of my other abstract art, I'll use my black pens. And I speak on this sometimes, but I have this pen with green. It's dude from Shindo Life. Shindo Life is crazy. Don't disrespect my guy like that. Oh, yeah, Shindo Life. Yo, Shindo Life, that's like an older game, right? But yeah, I had to lock bro in. Post time skip Boruto is clean. I'm sure he is. But just going back, by the time they drop the post time skip, it's gonna be like 2047, yo. Like I'm gonna be like locked in with a mortgage or something by then. Hopefully, actually, Luigi Worm. Are you doing Naruto drawings or anime in general? I'm just here for the love of the game, bro. I'm not even committing to no. I don't want to really overly commit to anything. I'm just here for the moment. I'm just like down for wherever the night goes. That's why I read the manga. But you're not even ahead though. They gonna do how they did Tokyo Ghoul, and you gonna be reading the manga, and the show ain't even nothing like the manga. They gotta keep y'all on y'all's toes too. You can't be getting too far ahead. You know they can't allow that. But like I'm the kind of person where like I'm probably not even gonna read it. I'll be watching like YouTube summaries if I even go that far. That's how I kind of stay like engaged. But I haven't really. It's been years since I've even kept up with Boruto, to be completely honest. And do I sell these or do this just for fun? I've sold a couple of pages, but I don't really like mass produce them or anything. Shindo Life like the Roblox game, I believe so. I feel like ain't that like years old though? That's like a couple years old. I feel like somebody was telling me about that a minute ago. It's like watching one of those people with spools of thread. But how you know that I'm not knitting right now? This whole pen is just a figment of your imagination. It's really cloth and thread. It's cloth and thread going on. Like it's this live stream setup. It's you dreaming right now. You dreaming right now. You gotta do. I think her name was Dorothy. You gotta like click your feet together. You really dreaming right now. You gotta stay in no place like home. Young Dorothy. Which piece have you worked on that showcases the best contrast to the colors you use? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't even know. I just be drawing. And yeah, don't say the technique is cool. I just like this way because it makes sense to me. I've done a lot. I tend to, I try not to do the same thing so much. I try to just kind of go off of what feels smooth to me kind of as these come together. Whichever one feels right to me as these are coming together. Do I do other animes? Sometimes I do Dragon Ball stuff. I had this one page where I was working on some other anime stuff. I haven't fully like uploaded everything I've been doing recently on the lives. I've kind of fallen behind in my time lapses. But I'm gonna kind of catch back up with it. But yeah, of course I'll be doing other animes, other shows. It don't really all just be the exact same thing so much to where it's just fully repeated. I tend to just do whatever I want to draw that night. And is your bath water still for sale? Yeah, bro, of course. I just give you props. Super talented, yo. Thank you too, Roller. I'm asleep. You gotta wake up, yo. Bro, I don't know how. Oh yeah, I can't draw. I can only draw stick figures. Keep up the good work, bro. You can. It just takes time. Yeah, I'll make the exception for you, Jesse, bro. Just for you, bro. Anyways, how's your night, boy? It's my 4th time in a row. Yo, what's good, man? What's good, indubitably? You said Naruto snail? I don't even know what that means, bro. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. But here we are. I gotta make sure that his cloak is really flowing. Make Gara? No. I need to set up a warm bath with your bath salt and listen to your lullaby. Nah, you don't need to do that, bruh. Something about, there's something going on there. I can't prove it, but nah, yo. I think that is a bit much. I think that is a bit much. I can't prove that there is nothing going on, but there is definitely something going on. And first Luigi Worm, that Naruto snail, bro, collecting character bugs. No, I'm not turning these. That's like some Resident Evil stuff. I'm not turning these people into creatures. Like that slime, like that slime monster dude, like that dude in Resident Evil where he was turning into slime and he was fighting the witches. He cut off his arm and he reattached it like it was like a Lego block or something. He snap it off and just pop it back on. I think his name was like Ethan. And yo, you not a fan of Gara? I never said that. I just don't want to draw, bro, right now. He's cool. I ain't got no issue with Gara. Yo, why'd you just jump to the conclusion that I don't like the character just because I don't want to draw him right now? Have I watched Bleach? I have not watched Bleach. I can't even feel my left hand, bro. Mad respect. Thank you, bro. How did you just jump to so many conclusions off me to say I don't want to draw that man? I never once disrespected Gara. I'll hold it for you. All right, yo. Slow down, bro. Slow down. It ain't like duos, bro. We not running duos. You like relax. Relax. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. The Freakazoids and the Fiends be coming out at night. The Freakazoids and the Fiends. That's just the nature of the live streams, bro. That's just the nature of the live streams, bro. Is secretly in love with Gara because you can't draw him, and he fell deeper in love with Gara. I can only draw a picture at a time. Can you draw the Easter Bunny? No, probably not right now. Bro, this isn't gonna be family friendly fun time, man. I'm focused. We're for a good time, not a long time. Yeah, okay. No, we're not gonna be having no family-friendly fun here, bro. No Easter Bunny shenanigans. Yo, maybe not now. I saw in the video Sasuke is also ambidextrous. Yeah, bro. I guess it must run in their clan. Is it Sasuke? Nah, not quite Sasuke. Sasuke ain't a bad guess, but no. Sasuke, no. Had some real nice family fun time for sure. You know, man, I'm glad, bro. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it indeed. There's something about that that's just really wholesome. I'm here for the chat, not the art. Not gonna lie. Art is sick. Hey, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Says, nah, this ain't Arnold Schwarzenegger. This ain't Buddy. This is it's somebody else. This ain't like no Terminator stuff. Family fun. You see, bro, I feel like there's something you're suggesting there that's stranger than it needs to be. You're going Sage right now with 2 hands, bro. You got to. But there, yo. See, I know what you're saying, but following up with what they was just saying, it just seems stranger than it needs to be. Oh, what we doing right now? You're not even gonna believe it. You're not gonna believe it at all. Man said Arnold. I mean, that's really random. I seen that video that was circulating where that dude tried to like kick him, and the kick did more damage to the kicker than Arnold himself. That was crazy. Like to try to kick somebody and the kick does more damage to the kicker than the actual. Like that was tough. He sat there and like he bounced off a dude. I'm trying to be like that when I'm old. Should be like a straight up brick wall. And yeah, now straight up brick wall indeed. You said nice. I appreciate that, J9. I appreciate it indubitably. Yo, what's up, Ray? What's good indeed? Loki finishes Snail. If you did Goku with a fade, you can do Naruto Snail. Nah, bro, not you. Hey, you paying attention? Goku with a fade was a rare exception. It was a rare exception to what usually pops up here. Like that was like a one-time thing, you know. You can't like that's the thing about doing stuff like that. Like you can't overly spam it. Same with Tim Cheese. Tim Cheese is a cool dude. I met him once. But you can't overly spam stuff like that because then it loses the magic. It loses that spontaneity. 7K likes. Indeed, man, y'all locked. Y'all focused. Focused. Absolutely focused. Anyways. Kind of what I was saying before. Before we got overly distracted, young Kakarot, young Goku with a fade. YAMNT. I don't even know what that means, bro. Genuinely. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I mean, you got me a little bit concerned, man. A little bit concerned. Got me a little bit concerned, brother. I'm gonna add some more layers to Naruto. I'm gonna add some more to his jacket. He got it on. He fitted out. Now these comments are killing me, bro. It's the comments that enrich the experience, the viewing experience. This is a community event for real. Like this, the drawing itself is more of the background activity. This is kind of like the equivalent of Subway Surfer running dudes. You ever see like the video where it'd be like a dude who's having like genuinely, it'll be like a Reddit dude telling the story of another dude on Reddit or something. Buddy's life is genuinely in shambles, and it'd be like a dude running around on Subway servers. I don't really know if that's the meta anymore. Have you seen the Tucker Creek lore? And if not, do a deep dive. I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I don't even know what that is immediately, bro. I'll be finding like random obscure lore videos. My feed has been cooked on everything. I've been getting like deep dive things on everything. Deep dive exploration. It's been a lot of stuff that's been hitting the fan recently. A lot of stuff that's been coming out. A lot of things. A lot of things that's hard to unsee once you see. Unfortunately. But now for this man's leg. Here for his actual fidget spinner method every day. Man, I haven't really seen fidget spinners since like the big 2016, 2017-ish. Used to be collecting them, man. I remember that was like a big thing when I was in middle school still. That's tough. Fidget spinners. That was like that was like a generation ago, bruh. Yo, you really might be an unk for real. The fidget spinner collection. Fidget spinner collecting. OMG, he said the fidget spinner method. Nah, I'm just asking. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. Low key. I don't know what that means. Do not say that you're gonna get, but I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, I'm a little bit lost. Yo, if you just set me up, I'm gonna exile you, bro. If you just sat there and set me up. Hang on. I'm going to exile you. I don't know what that means. Anyways, I think that everything is okay. I wasn't trying to mean harm. I genuinely don't know what that means. If you just set me up, I'm gonna send you to the shadow realm if it's the last thing I do, bruh. You hear me? Hey, before everything hits the fan, you just set me up. You said, bro, gotta be gold. Well, I'm cooked. I genuinely don't even know what the heck you're talking about, though. Honestly, that's what I'm saying. So if it is an issue, anyways, let's go. I don't know what you're speaking of. Now for drawing in this man's other sandal. I'm gonna make this leg come down more like this pant leg. Y'all appreciate it too. Tell floors me. Thank you, man. Thank you indubitably. Yo, it's really crazy because Naruto, his pants, they weren't long enough whenever they depicted him at this point in the show. He had like just grown a little bit. Man, Naruto was crazy. Because he was on a generational run with a bunch of frogs. He had frogs. Like he was really locked in with some frogs. I scrolled away from the stream and it showed back up. You can't escape, cat. You cannot escape. The algorithm or the machine is trying to tell you something. You can't escape. You're gonna scroll away and you're gonna like scroll 2 times. You're gonna be like an infinite loop. You stuck in a genjutsu, bruh. You with a genjutsu for real. This stream is the back rooms, facts. You can't even close out. You go try to close your phone, TikTok gonna just self-open back up. That's tough. The back rooms is a crazy comparison. But I'm gonna be honest, one of my favorite things to do for a minute, whenever the back rooms, I thought that the trend was interesting because like seeing those nostalgia posts, I didn't really like the backroom stuff when people started adding monsters. I think that like the factor of almost like the idea of having a familiar place, you can't place why it's familiar or where it's from. But there's just that level of what feels familiar. Like it's just such a cool concept to me. Like having those like older places. It's like a liminal space, like a waiting room or something. I really enjoy those old looking pictures, like the vintage ones. It almost reminds me of just kind of life before the phones. Like stuff just felt a little bit slower. Like even if you was doing something as simple as being at the playground as a little kid. The SCP Foundation. Yo, I don't know why, but yo, that sounds like something. I don't know. But SCP, I don't know enough about the SCP Foundation, but I know that they got all the little folklore creatures. And I know one I knew about. He was like a tall creature that he would tweak out if you looked at him. That's about the full extent of the SCP that I know about immediately. I think it's pretty cool though, I guess. I feel like it's pretty cool indeed. I don't really got nothing against it. I don't really got too much against it at all. It's right up in that lane of horror character, and I could appreciate it for that reason alone. I can definitely appreciate it. Just like for branching off into that direction. Anyways, man. I'm gonna kind of just add more to his pant legs. I gotta really add like all the details to Naruto, make him seem like he's really alive. Just getting like the curvature of his face right and stuff. This is some serious business indeed. I don't think y'all understand, man. Yo, what's up, Dan? Facts, the background movie is gonna be peak because it's gonna have any monster. It's not going, but I think that was the appeal though, like having that weird liminal space. Yo, happy Easter to you too, man. Happy Easter to you too, indubitably. I think that was like the cool element of it. Like you see those pictures with the neighborhoods where it's like there's people, but it has an empty feel to it. Like I think the backrooms was a cool little concept. Just like the idea of that liminal space. It stood out to me for some reason. Like that whole weird element. I think it's definitely something. I think it's more to it. I don't know how they could expand it into being a movie. But hey, if they pull it off, props to them. I don't know how they would do it, but I know that it's perhaps. Yo, happy Easter to you too, man. Indubitably indeed. Ramen without the packet. So what you just like? You just eating water? You just eating moistureless, just straight up? I've done that before. Like ramen, like you almost eat it like it's like a crunchy chip or something. That's pretty tough. Cereal, no water, no beverage. I tell you, a ramen flavor that's dehydrated ramen is wild. Yeah. Like looking back, yo, it is pretty wild. I would do it as a kid though. I remember sometimes you might lose your cooking privileges, cooking with the stove or cooking with the microwave. Once I got the privilege of using the stove, I couldn't make noodles in the microwave no more, yo. People be trying to be like, man, it's the same. No, it's not. Ramen noodles on the stove versus ramen noodles out of the microwave is not the same, bro. It will never be the same. People that say that they don't know. They don't even know what they're missing out on. And that's okay. Have a homemade Big Macs tomorrow. That's definitely what's up. And Inuyasha, I don't know who that is, Tasty. Some homemade Big Macs. Sound like some good burgers, man. Welcome to Good Burger. But nah, it's ain't no shenanigans like that. Easter. Indubitably. It's that time of the year. Bro, we already a third into the year, bro. That's tough. Chat like as much as crazy as it seems, I gotta like lock in for real, bro. It's really like lock-in season. It's now or never. How you not run out of ink? Bro, my pens got mending on them. I got like specially enchanted ones. I had to grind to 30 XP. I love, bro. I've been kind of in this weird place where I kind of like I almost want to play Minecraft, but I don't think that I want to truly get on Minecraft. If that makes any sense. You said, oh yeah. Nah, I mean that's real. Mending 4. I don't even know if Mending 4, from what I remember, I don't know if that's a thing. Like, I be wanting to get on Minecraft, but, like, getting on Minecraft is, I don't know, bro. Like, I think the idea sometimes is better than actually getting on itself. Like, I be craving, like, I'd be like, dang, man, Minecraft would be so cool right now. But I think that like, I've done everything that there is to do. I'm like a veteran in the game. I've done all there is to do. Maybe with a little bit more too. Can I do Dabura? Probably not. I won't even lie to you. Is that like a Naruto character? Probably won't be doing Dabura. Like the idea of the game sounds better. The idea of the game sounds a little bit better than actually getting onto the game itself. It's kind of like the GTA effect. Like you might want to play GTA 5, but we done been on GTA 5 for a minute. You be doing tattoos? No. I've gotten asked about it before though, but that wasn't really my direction with starting these up. How about Zabuza with his big sword? He was the first enemy in the series. I'm fully aware of who he is. But I'm kind of going for a certain time period with this page. So more than likely, no. But if you want to see Zabuza right now, I definitely got like older time lapses up with me drawing bro, like by himself, like whole page. And yo, what's up? And yo, what's up, White and brother? What's good, brother? Greetings from the Philippines. What's good? What's good, man? What's good? What's good indeed? If you want to see something this morning, the lane of Zabuza, I've definitely done. Do I be selling them by themselves? Do custom pieces? On the rare occasion, I'll sell a few of my pages. Yes, like I'll like personally have these straight out of my notebooks sometimes. But I'll be doing customs too. I've done customs and stuff. It just depends on what people want, what people ask for. Definitely depends. It depends. I tend to do stuff that's more grounded in the themes that I kind of do in my live streams. I might do some animes or some stuff with Naruto. Yeah, definitely DM me. And can you do guts? Even guts I've done. I'm not gonna do guts right now. Everything's good. And definitely, Theo, thank you for the rose too, Ba. Thank you. It's amazing, bro. Peace. Hey, take it easy, man. And big fan from Florida. I appreciate it, Ricky. I appreciate it indubitably. Yeah, as far as like customs, and as I was saying before, I've had a couple of these that I've done like right on the live as soon as I hopped off. Like sold the page itself. It depends on which one it is. Sometimes I don't be wanting to let go of some of these. I kind of keep it for my own collection. It depends. Sometimes. Let me see. Let me like lock all the way in for this one. Bro, me, the night crew always hits different. I do agree. And I swear up and down that there's something about being up and like the late night that adds to the element of being on here in a way that I almost can't even put it into words sometimes, bro. You almost can't even put it into words. I feel like I draw a little bit better into being like when I'm up on like the late night or in the late night. I feel like I have an easier time just flowing. Maybe that's just some mental stuff. But it's easier to just have that clarity. It's easier to have that clarity. And yeah, definitely. If you're hearing, you enjoying what you're seeing, definitely don't forget to tap the screen. Definitely. There's like a level of clarity. Call of the Night anime explains the feeling amazingly. What did it say? If you don't mind me asking. There's something about that late night element though, for sure. There's something there. Even if I don't immediately know what the heck it even is. And who is this? This one is a lot more Naruto themed. And the anime is about nightlife and vampires, but 99% of the anime is during the night and it's peak. Nah, man, but I'm telling you, there's something that's magical about the nighttime. For sure. I will stand on that forever. I will stand on that forever. It's definitely, it might be, I don't know if it's something in the air or what they be releasing. Did I learn this? You said this one is pain? I picked up on this kind of from my own experimenting. You need to draw. That's how I did it. You gotta draw. Let me see here. You think this one is pain? Pain isn't really a bad guess. Pain is not a bad guess at all. And what is your profile picture? It carries a different energy than the day. For me, everything in the day feels forced. I feel like it's kind of, I don't know if it's like an energy thing, but I do feel like it's like the atmosphere just feels a lot more loose. You kind of just slow down, which I guess that's the point of the nighttime. It's supposed to be slow down, rest, recharge. I think that I've just kind of turned into more of a night owl though. The more that I've stayed up so much these past couple years, I've kind of just slowly become accustomed to it. It's peaceful. Even if you want to go on, yeah, it is. It's a lot quieter. It ain't too much going on. Like you miss majority of the nonsense that happens during the day. But I guess like that not the quote unquote the nonsense is like that's just the human experience, you know. It's what comes with the game. It's what comes with just being awake, vibrant. We just some night owls, bro. I'm assuming it's some of y'all that probably are in like different time zones and stuff. But for me, it's about 1-ish in the morning. 1 in the morning. Bear with me though. Bear with me. About 3:30, you say get so tired you gotta rest. It's 10 p.m. for me in California. When did you start streaming? I feel like I've been seeing these lives for a year or longer. You know, it hasn't been a year. I've been on here since like last August. I started streaming in like August. It hasn't been a full year yet. It's been a couple of months though. It's been a couple of months. I started streaming in August though. I think it might have been towards the very end. It was something like that. I haven't been on here. Yeah, almost. Yeah, almost. It does feel like I've been on here for a long time, when in reality, I kind of haven't. Still relatively new. This app has been around for a minute. I feel like I've been on this platform for a while. It definitely has not been as long as it feels. I feel like it's like a century or something, man. But kind of going back to what we were just speaking on before, there's something about the atmosphere of the late night streams. Like it's a little bit more chill. I mean, it's still like, you know, you still gotta kind of watch chat and all that, but it's less. It's a lot of like the stuff that goes on. It's more slowed down than the night. Just a little bit more slowed down. Just a little bit more slowed down. I'm just kind of taking my time on some of the smaller details. Some of the smaller details. Just coyotes and that crazy owl. But you got to think, if they're nocturnal, that's just what they do. They get up in the late night. They mess with the vibe too. Yo, what's up, Liz? It's good, indubitably. I appreciate the heart, me. I appreciate the heart, me, indeed. That's like their little feeding time. They say, yo, the sun's going down. Let me go ahead and lock in. Let me lock in. Yo, I appreciate the Go Populars too, Liz. And yo, from what I learned with coyotes, it'll be multiple of them, and what they do is they'll walk in each other's footsteps. That way it seems like it's a lot lesser than what it really is. They're really smart. I don't even know where I learned that at, but apparently that's the thing. Taught you how to do this. I picked up on this through my own experimenting, man. It was less of like being formally taught. I just drew. And did a little bit more drawing. You gotta draw. They brushed me one night. When you say they brush you, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? Yo, happy Resurrection Day, brother. Indubitably. Let me see. But pain and nocturnal animals are always the coolest, though. Yeah, as long as they're not hungry, for sure. As long as they are not fiending for something to eat, they could be pretty chill indeed. They could be pretty chill indeed. crisscrossing, running across the line. That's fair enough. They was moving, man. They was moving. They were moving. Hang on, man. I gotta focus up just a little bit more. Kind of make it to where get like a rough idea for where his nose and stuff is gonna be. It don't even gotta be too much. Don't gotta be too much at all. Just enough to be able to identify his character, because his design is so similar to Naruto's. I just want it to be clear of what you're seeing when you see it, you know? Just have it be clear of... You can see, bro. Now. His design is a lot more iconic, so I find that bro he's more easily identifiable. He's definitely more easily identifiable. It's always like a challenge trying to get the detail right. You don't want to mess up like the detailing part. You want his eyes to feel alive. It's got to be a Hinata fan. No, but speaking of Hinata, I almost drew pain with the nail. But I didn't really like plan him out properly. So I don't even have enough space for his hand. Low key. Thank you for the dolphins too, Estrada. What's good? I appreciate the heart me too. But no, this one is not. This one is not Sasuke. I did consider adding Buddy. But no, not here. That isn't really gonna be who is on here. Not at this first eye is done. Usually with the Rinnegan, I'm gonna like sharpen his eye up a little bit more. Just a little bit. That way it really feels like is Naruto's dad. No. It is like a fellow Uzumaki though, but not. This has nothing to do with Naruto's lineage necessarily. Not immediately, at least. Not immediately. Hang on. The cool thing about drawing his face when it's closer up like this, it makes the shapes a little bit easier to grasp. And that's like one of the more challenging parts. If you can get over that hurdle though, bro, everything else easily can come together. Later, big dog. Got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Got to clock out early tonight. Definitely do your thing, man. Take it easy. Take it easy, triple threes. Take it easy. Take it easy. Good luck. Good luck. You know what? I'm actually gonna kind of like define his eyes out more on this side. The way it seems like more together. I'm still kind of like shade over everything again, but just to make this one kind of match my theme so far. I wouldn't really mind doing like another one of Sasuke though. I like to draw Sasuke's character, especially like his the last depiction of him. I think that the last depiction is like my favorite. That was whenever he was like ore farming. That's the Shadow Hokage. Doing it strictly for the love of the game. But here we are. I'm really like doing my best to make this one kind of pop off of the page. Really doing my best to make my guy kind of seem like he's coming right off of the page. I'm just kind of taking my time with him. I'm trying to make his face seem like it's more rounded on here. You don't want to make it seem like it's too much, but it's just enough to get it across that who this character really is, you know? That's like my main goal. As long as you can see his character. As long as you can see who this one really is. Now that part of his face is done, I'm now going to draw in what is his mouth. Let me see. I'm still going to kind of go through and just add like that element of ink to the rest of his face. That way it just doesn't seem so flat on the page, you know. That's like my main thing. Just really getting away from the flatness on the page. I haven't even done his headband design, y'all. I haven't even, normally by now I would have probably did that, but it's kind of gotten away from me. I don't even know how. I think I'm gonna add like an element of the ink even on this side. I'm gonna kind of make this little like part on his, I'm gonna try to make his face seem just rounded almost. And have any drawings of the preview Sage. Like the preview Sage, I don't really know what you mean. I drew Naruto in Sage mode, but I haven't really done anything else. Not Not yet, at least. I don't think I understand what you're asking me, to be honest. I don't think that I understand exactly. I'm gonna make the inside of his cloak. It's gonna have that hint of red, but it's not gonna be too much. I'm not gonna like darken it the way that I did for his hair, basically. Even though his hair is more of like a orangish color instead of the red. It probably would make more sense if I inverse how I did that. I like shaded lighter with his. I mean, it's too late now, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know if I'm gonna do Jiraiya Sensei on here. I gotta see, bro. I got to see. I gotta see. I suppose it would make sense though, wouldn't it? I'm trying to keep this one to where everything kind of just comes together on this song. I don't want it to feel like it's forced by no means. Everything kind of comes together as it is. There's that level of like flow with it. Right now, I'm adding some of the smaller details. Like I'm kind of like shading in his hair, and once that part is done, then I might move on to something else that's a little bit more like recognizable. I mean, bro's pretty recognizable too, but even more recognizable. Even more recognizable. Right now, I'm kind of like I'm just kind of like putting down the outline of where his face is gonna be for one, but then kind of getting in the Akatsuki cloak too. The Akatsuki cloak, I just want for everything to just come together. Everything, so even if it takes me some time. Came back a few hours later and this dude is still live. It hasn't been that long. It hasn't been that long at all. It's like my first hour, yo. I don't know what kind of time zone you got, bro. It hasn't been that long. It hasn't been that long at all. And hey, man, I appreciate it too, Need. Yo, what's up, Bongo? Yeah, nah, but man, it hasn't been that long. You're getting a little bit ahead of the timeline. Getting a little bit ahead of the timeline. And I watched for 100 minutes. That's crazy too, Bobby. I appreciate the heart, man. What's good? Yo, what's up, Reese? Reese. What's good, man? 100. I'm like, dang, has it been 100 minutes? Hey, that's crazy. Sometimes, like, when I get on, the time be flying, y'all. The time will slip away. It's like it'll slip away, and I'll look up, and it'll be like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, dang. Normally, as I mentioned earlier, it'll be the birds chirping outside my window. It's like the telltale sign. It's like my little nature clock. It's like, all right. right, all right. You know what? On this side, I'm looking to kind of make his face seem as if it's like rounded or something. So honestly, I really didn't even like shade in his eyes the way that I normally would to give him that purplish color. Just make him seem more pain like he has the glow of the Renegon. Yo, what's up, Audrey? Is it raining? No, it's not raining, but what you are hearing is it's like a little fireplace ambience that I'll sometimes play in the background. W's indubitably, Beaver. I'll have like a fireplace ambience. That way, if I happen to get quiet for a minute, it isn't like just completely you're not hearing anything going on. Like it's still something going on. It's relaxing. Well, honestly, man, I put it on that way. It's like if it gets too quiet, you're not just hearing like just the silence, the heaviness of the silence. If I happen to kind of zone in a little bit more, I've had people ask me like, "Dang, man, like why don't you play music or nothing?" I don't really want too much going on with these. I just want to make it easy for me to focus. I was using rain sounds at first, but the rain, I'm not really trying to put nobody to sleep, bro. The rain is too relaxing. Like I say, like no sleep ASMR, yo. I need y'all to wake up. Wake up. This is not a sleep ASMR, bro. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to find something that was like that could halfway just make the space seem more. It could just match what I'm trying to do. Like, bro, you gotta wake up, yo. This is not no sleepy time ASMR. This is not no sleepy time ASMR, Brody. Lock in. I still haven't went through and haven't like detailed his headband. I always enjoy coming back to drawing. I like to draw in paint and Madara. Maybe sometimes with Itachi too, but it's something about their characters. I almost enjoy drawing them more than I do Naruto. Even though I've been drawing Naruto a lot more, but I gravitate towards the side characters more. I feel like they get a little bit more love than Naruto. Like somehow they managed to make the side characters richer in presence than they did for the main character himself. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Like, is there any shows y'all could immediately think of where the side characters low-key have more? It's not they have more weight, but they have a huge impact. Like when you think of just shows or animes, cartoons, whatever your thing is. Like it's some shows where the side characters can kind of not careful. The side character might run off with the show over the main character. You said it's on lock. Keep to my profile picture, Sasuke. No, not on this one. Yeah, bro. Like there's some that I really like about his character design. Like they was really cooking with bro. They was really cooking with bro. Just finished solo leveling. Yeah, I know I'm way late, but that was fire. I ain't even watched it either, man. So, hey, you kind of ahead of me, bro. I don't even know. I've heard of solo leveling before, but I haven't personally seen it myself. You got my respect. You got my respect, indubitably. Now for his headband design. Now for His actual headband design. He's from the Hidden Rain village, right? I think it's cool how they gave them like defining headband designs. Highly recommend. Awesome sketch, by the way. Respect. Hey man, I appreciate it huge. I appreciate it indeed, man. I'm gonna keep coming back to these characters. I'm gonna keep on coming back to these characters because I've been trying to get them right. I really want to bring them to life. And there's still like a lot more I kind of want to explore with these themes too. So let's go. It's gonna be many more to come. Honestly, y'all are gonna get tired of Naruto. Have you seen Seven Deadly Sins? I haven't, but I've been told about it before. Am I missing out on that one too? We were talking about if like shows that you think of when you think of the side characters kind of having a heavier presence than the main. Like Naruto is like rich in side characters, honestly. You say, yup. I'm gonna have to do my research eventually, Brody. I'm always a little bit slower to the shows, to be honest. I'm always a little bit slower to the shows. I know it's not an anime, but do you mess with Invincible? That was something else that came up earlier too. I feel like I've seen little tidbits, but I ain't really just sat down and really immersed myself into it. With a lot of newer stuff, man, I haven't taken the time to really just kind of like lock in, you know? I've kind of like slowed down. The way that I watch shows is I'll usually wait till it ends and I'll go back and I can kind of just watch it on my own time. I feel like ain't it like a game or something? Invincible? Am I tripping? You should know, Pain. Nah, yo, you gonna be, yo, we gonna see you to the front lines when Pain pull up. We gonna send you. You gonna be the main guy. You the main character today. Kind of like Buddy that was on the front lines of fighting Madara. It's your time to shine, boss. It's your time. When we get the call that Pain is coming, we gonna send you. We gonna send you in rocks. I'm gonna tell bro you gave the sign. No, Invincible is a comic book and a TV show. But okay. I thought it was animated though. I thought it was animated. I'm thinking of something else. It is Pain. Nah. We're gonna send y'all, yo, when we get it's considered a cartoon. I thought it was animated, but like I said, I ain't really been as tapped in as I probably normally would. So, like I said before, I've been kind of more just absorbed into the drawings themselves. Yo, what's up, DN? Draw a kitty? I'm not trying to draw a cat right now, DN. I'm telling you, Goku said you the strongest. Nah, bro. We saying you the strongest. When Pain show up, we sending you on the front lines, bro. We need strong warriors. And as a matter of fact, Zadie, I think you the strongest of the bunch. Yo. He said, yo, expect to see me again. Bro, you threatening me, bro? You threatening me, DN? What about my family, my village, my friends? Bro, Pain, I loved his character, man, because he was raw. He clearly, the effect of the war had taken its toll on him. Rightfully so. The Leaf Village was the response. He lost so much. I loved his character, bro. He was cold. He was absolutely cold. It's so much tragedy in Naruto, but we were talking about this on one of my other streams, man. And the idea of like living in the dream world, their solution to pain was to put everybody into a permanent state of living in the perfect dream world. And I don't know if that's the solution. That's the Matrix. Nah, I can't do that. I've been had a nerf. Nah, you seem pretty functional to me, boss. You seem pretty functional to me, Zanny. We gonna slide you a med kit. We gonna get you a Senzu bean. We gonna get you a Senzu bean. We gonna get this going. You said the man's catchphrase. My favorite characters are Pain, Madara, Obito, Itachi. That's a lot of Uchihas, bruh, aside from Pain. That's what I'm saying, though. But Naruto, listen, you just literally proved my point that Naruto has such a rich side character roster. You just named all the side people. And way before you said Naruto and Sasuke, too. Bro, we really in the same boat. We're one of the same. Naruto is extremely rich in side characters. And that's the point I was trying to make. Like, Naruto is really cold. Even the side characters, too. 100%. Like if you've never seen it, I would 100% recommend it. It would take time. I feel like Itachi was a good, genuine guy, and Danzo was a horrible person. I think that I like Itachi, but I think that they retconned Itachi low key. I don't know if Itachi was always good. I get that they played him into being like a dope. Like, yo, spoiler warning. If you plan on watching Naruto, spoiler warning, yo. Fair warning. Warning. All right. Now that that's said and done, I think they retconned Itachi. He wasn't always like a good guy, double agent. I like his character for sure, but him sitting there casting the Tsukuyomi on Sasuke and having him rewatch his family die a couple times, that was a bit overkill if I had to say so myself. He was genuinely evil at first. Let's not even like he didn't have to do all that, bro. I get he was trying to make sure that man had trauma in his heart, but yo, he sat there and like watched he watched the execution like thousands of times or something. And Itachi was pulling up and just torturing people for like the love of the game. Like Naruto has so many characters, it blows my mind. They got villains, bad shinobis, and a lot more, and all the rogue ninja. But that's what I'm saying though. It was extremely rich in side characters. Everybody had a big impact. And what's so insane is they all were manipulated. Everybody was manipulated in some way, shape, or form. It was a cold show for sure. I had like the luxury of being able to go back and rewatching it on my own time when I was in middle school, bro. It was cold. I was kind of like a little bit later to the show, but I still appreciated it. Like I still appreciated being able to go through and watch it on my own time. Even if you late to the party, you can still enjoy it for what it is, you know. Like there's something to be enjoyed. Like there's something to take away from the experience, I would say. But yo, thank you so much for the love you so much. Like he could have told his brother before all that happened. No, I think it was deeper than that. How do you feel about them Raikage? They bad. The Raikage, yo, he's the one with the lightning speed power, right? They pretty cold too. I think that the Leaf Village, they were exceptional in their own right. I think that's what made everybody else look kind of like bums. When you got the fourth Hokage, the fourth Hokage is the fastest ninja. He literally could teleport anywhere, anytime, on a pin drop notice. The only reason that he died was because he was protecting his family, which is very honorable. He wouldn't have died. But yo, thank you for the heart me too, get in the car. And I think Minato was pretty cold too, even though he was kind of under. They didn't really give him a chance to show us what he could do. He was definitely cold in his own right. I don't really even fully know bro's full power arsenal. He could do what Naruto could do to a little bit of a lesser scale. He was very strong though. Third Raikage beat the Eight Tails duel in his hands. Yeah, he's a beast. He's definitely a beast. But that makes sense. That's why the Eight Tails was the second strongest. He basically tamed it. But you got to think, Hashirama literally was just giving them out like candy. He went and captured all the tailed beasts and was literally giving them out like they were candy. That's how, the Hokages was cold, bro. Even if they were a little bit suspicious and sketch. I guess so many different powers, different eyes, and Sharingan really got a lot more, and the Byakugan. I think the Byakugan is kind of like, they're making it stronger now. Like, bro, Itachi, which is my favorite brother, had Sasuke listening, or he had listened to Brent Faiyaz. I'm a little bit confused what you mean, bro. He was psychologically, he put that man into the Tsukuyomi, bro. He was torturing him. He was trying to break him and force. I don't know what he was trying to do, to be honest. I don't know what the game plan was. He was trying to put that man Sasuke into a psych ward. Or he was trying to do that, or he said, I gotta make sure you awaken I gotta make sure your Sharingan awakens, bro. You the last of the bloodline. Cause you know it's so funny because from what I understand, I think most Uchiha, they wouldn't even awaken their Sharingan. I think he was trying to like artificially awaken his bros. Get him stronger, I think. I think Minato's backstory with Kushina and how he saved her was my favorite. So I'm saying he died in an honorable way. He was protecting his family. He wouldn't have died if he wasn't protecting his family. He was trying to, bro, you got to think about what he was trying to do. He was trying to protect people in the village. He was trying to make sure the village wasn't getting destroyed. And he was fighting Obito at the same time and protecting his baby and his wife who was injured. Like, it was so much happening. It's not that he's weak. The man, he was like doing so much at once. And he was fighting the Nine-Tails. He was fighting the Nine Tails, protecting his wife. He was fighting Obito. He was protecting the village, all at the same time. And then Boruto, I mean, that's Boruto's granddad, so I think Boruto, he got a good chance of being cold. But if you doing, even if you the coldest of the cold, if you doing all that, can we all agree some Naruto characters got nerfed in Boruto, like Rock Lee? I don't even watch Boruto, yo. But I mean, it makes sense that, bro, the show ain't Naruto no more. They gotta nerf people. They gotta nerf people. It's kind of like the Dragon Ball formula. There always gotta be another dude that gotta get beat up. You know, it always gotta be a new guy that's stronger. They should add more Naruto series. But I don't know. Like, I think that's good in theory. But like, would it be what you would want it to be? Like, if you know how the story ends, would tying some of the loose ends make you happy, really? If you know how the story got to end. I think that it would have made more sense if we got like spin-off series after Naruto Shippuden instead of them jumping straight into Boruto. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. People be saying that it's the same thing as with shows like what's a good example? Regular show. I've been seeing people say, man, I really want this regular show spinoff, but would the magic still be there? Because everybody would like, regular show was airing like 10 years ago. Would the magic still be there? Would it be what you want it to be? What's your favorite ability in Naruto? Probably like Minato's teleportation. How he could sit there and like TP at any time. He could like slap a seal on you, and at any time he could pretty much just pop up on you. He could pop up on you basically. Like he would leave his little daggers and kunais all around the world, and he could just teleport at any time. Like he could just pop up at a battlefield immediately and then leave. What did you do to the ballpoints? I didn't really do nothing, bro. I just be like, you gotta use them and wear them down. I didn't really do nothing to these pens. I try to use them. The more you use them, the more that the ink will kind of just flow. And that's been like my whole overall strategy. You just want to use them, wear them down a little bit, and then wearing them down, they're easier to draw with. But kind of what I was saying before though. I think Obito, or not Obito. I mean, even Obito, like as ridiculously strong, you gotta think Obito was filled with Ashirama cells. He'd been trained by Madara. And he sat there and was fighting and figured out his fight and strategy, all while protecting the village and trying to protect his wife. He was doing all that at the same time. Like, it just goes to show how cold he was. Minato is definitely a GOAT. I mean, more series would probably feel more boring because after all shows, it wouldn't feel the same. Yeah, sometimes like less is more. I think that if you do too much, you run the risk of destroying what was already built. You know, you don't want to overdo it into the background explanations. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to kill. Something have to change. It would have lost its spark. I don't know if it just would it be what you would really want it to be. That's the point I'm trying to make. I've seen a lot of people throw that around like, yeah, man, you know, let's expand the show. Let's add like a spinoff, but I don't really know if it'll make the difference that people think it would. Ended off on a high note, but sometimes you gotta just leave it alone. Let it be great. But they can't end it. They gotta keep it going, I guess. They gotta keep it going. It's like an unskippable cutscene, man. I really did enjoy it. That was definitely one of the shows that really resonated with me. Personally. You said bat. How'd you learn to draw in this way? You gotta experiment, man. You gotta experiment. You got to experiment. I just wanted to draw more than anything. It's not that different from drawing with pencils. And I feel like I learned the most through doing. So you're gonna watch the background movie? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not really like a I haven't really like I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. Maybe. Is that what is you plan on going to go see it? Is that what you asking me for? I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it. I don't know. I don't know. Cause mom, I'm like, yeah. I might change my mind, man. I might change my mind. You know what? With the shading, I'm really kind of just. I want a shady man, but I don't want it to overlap too much with Naruto. Almighty push, yeah. You want to be on the front lines. Yo, thank you for the rose tube clips. I want to draw like that, but I'm most definitely not ambidextrous. You can still draw this way. You just gotta like. I mean, you don't gotta do this the exact same way, but it's scribble art, man. It falls into scribble art. And like my best suggestion for starting is trying to. It's one of those things where you need to start first. That's like the hardest part. It's just starting. You gotta start drawing. You gotta experiment. You gotta kind of mess with it. And just try to make sense of the shapes. And then doing that. Sorry for shaking my camera so much too. I try to hold it more steady. You need to experiment with the shapes. It'll take time. If you can just kind of get over that time hurdle, you got to be willing to kind of, it might not be what you want it to be at first. But I'm telling you, if you can get past that hurdle of, sometimes stuff might not be as sharp as you want it to be. It'll get better for sure. It'll most definitely get better. What character is that? A Pokemon? No, this one isn't quite a Pokemon, but he is from an anime. He's one of the more prominent side characters from Naruto. That's who he is and where he falls. It's most definitely. He is a character from Naruto. I was just shaping in his cloak, trying to make it seem like it was alive. Kind of how they're depicted in the Akatsuki. Kind of how they are depicted in the Akatsuki. But I was just kind of adding shape to his jaw. Trying to make him seem more alive. Trying to bring him to life. I wanna have one of Naruto's toad summons. One of the frogs. I can barely draw anything on my right, and you just over here drawing with both. A Pokemon is crazy. A Pokemon is definitely crazy. Like, that's pretty rough, bro. But to be fair, I've definitely done Pokemon before. That ain't my guy. It ain't what that is. Hang on. I'm looking for a good picture to use. Here for the Alakazam. Get Madara in there. I don't want to put Madara on this one. Madara, get Itachi, please, when you feel like it. Madara and Itachi are cool, and I've definitely drawn them before. But with those characters, I'm kind of doing stuff that matches just this era. This depiction of these characters. It's kind of random, but it's not just entirely just completely random. it's not entirely. I think my personal favorite is the lava cloak with Roshi. Let me get little buddy's eye done over here on this side. This really show that he's a frog. You said, is she a Hyuga? So you're not in there? Can you put purple hair girl? I forgot her name. Maybe. Maybe. If I don't draw her, will be tough. Well, it would be tough, and I was kind of not. I had to figure out where even I would if I would. I got to see. I was on the fence with either her, Kakashi, or one of Pain's summons. I wanted to draw one of the little frog dudes down here. And honestly, with this page, it might take me a couple of days, but I'm going to turn it into a time lapse too. Everything I do on here will be in time lapse form. If not immediately, it'll be up in time. Put Jiraiya on the ground. I don't, you know, he was another consideration. I got to see though. I got to see. I don't know if I want to put all those people on here. I kind of might keep this one more grounded in just one of the summons. And then I might just call it. Might just call it. All right, now that the surface of his little cranium is done. You have a blessed night going to sleep. Take it easy, Zanny. And third time I get brought back. I'm telling you, you in a genjutsu, bro. You can't scroll away. You can't escape. You cannot escape the live. You cannot escape the live. that part is done, I'm gonna have his arms kind of be crossed for this page. And kind of how Naruto's were. But yeah, thank you for the army too, Casey. And as I was saying before, I wanted for this one to kind of be more grounded with what's the cackling background noise. It's like a fireplace ambience. That way things don't get too quiet. I'm still here. Is that way if stuff slows down a little bit, it's not like just completely pin drop silent. It's not completely pin drop silent. Let me get his. I'm trying to make it to where his arms are kind of like separated. They're close enough to where you can still, you can still see it, but there's still like a little bit of space in between them. Now that part is done. You say, yo, what's up, LA? Nice, I like it. I think it adds like that little element of just making this one to where it doesn't get too quiet. I definitely mess with it too. Hang on, let me take this. Hang on. Let me get like readjusted real fast. Let me get readjusted. And there should be something on the left. No, I 100% agree with you. It's not done. This page is not done at all. And how often do I change the pins? Yo, talent, don't stop. Hey, I appreciate it too. And it's nice live. Well, how many pins? Like these, it depends, Brody. There's not like a set in stone answer. It kind of depends on how hard I go. And usually these pins, they can last me for a minute. Yo, what's up, TD? Usually, these pins can last me for a minute. And by like a minute, I mean like multiple pages, bro. Multiple pages. This one is Gamakichi. I've been trying to like highlight his shape with the red pen. I wanted to have one of Naruto summons. I drew a scroll. You said high school DxD next page. I don't think so. I think this one's gonna be the only one that I do. I just want to really go all out with this page. I just want to make this one more Naruto grounded. But now that I think I'm cool with the way Gamakichi is, there needs to be something else over here. But I didn't want to like lean in the direction that you normally would expect. I wanted to do one of Nagato's summons. I wanted to do one of Pain's summons. Like something that kind of like matches the aesthetic. He got like a million different animals too. Could do a snake going up. Nah, but I want to do something that's more based around Pain though, like Naruto. Like I don't want to just do anything. Snakes I associate more with like a Sasuke or an Orochimaru or something. I want to do something that's more bounded with Nagato. I know that he got like a million different summon animals. I gotta figure out like which one would be far on the wall. I need more color. His lizard. Maybe. But not only adding it, but I want to put it to where it kind of goes with the rest of my lot that I got right now. Like he got like a million summons. And he does got like a hang on. He got like a lizard, a dog. One second. Let me see the Pain, please. You say he looks short. He might, bro might be, honestly. And can you zoom back? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I show off everything so far. Where you want to draw this way? You got like do like a trial and error. Nagato, giant bird. Giant bird. Is that young Obito? Nah, it ain't. This one genuinely isn't young Obito. This one is not Obito at all. So I'm looking at some of these references, bro. But I gotta figure out how I would even orient his summons. Pain. Like how would I even like go about? I want him to match, you know? He says Naruto. I want him to match what I'm going for here. I think I got an idea. I think I have a rough idea. I just want for this one to feel like it matches what I'm really going for. What's it gonna be? I'm leaning more towards drawing in his bird summon. But honestly, the way that it's depicted normally, he's pretty big. So just getting him to where he like looks right and centered on the page. I'm leaning more towards his bird summon. Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah. I already did Pain. Pain has already been done on here. It's insane for real. Thank you. That bird is tough. That's what I was like. I'm thinking it would be a cool little fit, but I just want to make them to where it's done right. Never knew. Yeah, this one is based more around like whenever pain invaded. But all is well, bro. All good. Kim Jong. What about her, Bobby? I mean, Bird. Like, if it's who I think it is, what about her? What do you about? What do you get into, bro? That's a pretty federal question. What do you say? It depends. It depends. It depends, bro. Ain't she connected to like is she if she's connected to who I think she's connected to? You gotta elaborate, bro. Give me some context. Who might that be for the people that don't know? Who might that be? You gotta give us the input, the data. You gotta give us the input, bro. Oh, he's an artist that passed away. Hang on. Uh, oh, he would draw from memory. That's tough. But I mean, I was gonna say I feel like I've heard of him before. That's definitely crazy. Drawing from memory is insane. Why'd you make Naruto's head so huge? I don't know. Because I wanted to. Got a cranium on him, bro. Yo, bro, drawing that stuff from memory. That's what's blowing my mind, though. You trying to do the after family next or later in the live? No, I won't even lie to you. Not really. I've done Five Nights at Freddy's people before though, but no, not right now. I've done them before. Now he doing my high school DxD. Nah, I think this is gonna be my only one tonight, y'all. I won't even lie to you. I'm taking my time on here. I think this one's gonna be the only one that I do. I'm gonna add that hint of purplish, or almost like the blue and the red mixing together. The way it looks like Payne's eye. You know, the way that I'm shaping in its face, it almost reminds me of a shoebill stork. For those of you that have seen my more like nature themed pages that I've done before, he reminds me of a stork almost. Aside from like this little point in his beak. But the way that his beak is shaped, it reminds me of a stork. What's up, yo? What's up, Drew? What's good? What's good? The way that I think that like the way that his beak is positioned, doing my nightly. Hey, you got to, bro. At this point, we got it's like a tradition. You got to. You got to. Make this to where this one really. What is that? This whole page is a lot more Naruto themed, but it's like a bird. Think like a magical bird. That's the best way I could explain, bro. This whole page is it's more grounded in Naruto. I'm gonna give that the little chakra rods in his head. I'm gonna give him his little chakra rods. And that's what I'm saying. Yo, thank you for the heart me too, Juri. Never knew you do nature pages. Yeah, I'll be doing a lot of. I'm almost through the filler episodes. Yeah, you got extreme dedication, bro. Extreme dedication. Cause like I was saying before, if I could rewatch, that's like that's like the rites of passage, bro. If you can skip the filler, you saving a lot of time. You saving an absurd amount of time. But like I said, this one is interesting because it's a lot like my nature pictures that I've done. I mean, he's a bird. He's still a bird, but getting it to where it looks right. This one needs to seem right on the page. He's gonna be kind of cutting it close to Naruto, but it must be done. Try to make him to where he seems shaped out. Just give him that feel like he's really a bird. I really like the way that they designed the summons because you could clearly see that they complement pain a lot. It's the way that they come together. The way that everything comes together. Is it a fire in the background? Yeah, it's like a fireplace ambience. I'm just kind of adding the detail of bro's feathers. I'm gonna make his beak more red. The way he seems more just bird-like. You gonna draw propane and propane accessories soon. I don't know what you're drawing, but I'm locked in. Do you ever do reverse colors, black and paper with gold and silver? I haven't really done anything too much reverse wise, but like the most that I've done as far as like reversing these designs is I might literally turn the page upside down and draw them in that way. And who is the guy on the left? He's like a bird. He's like literally like a bird or something. This whole page is more themed around Naruto. I'm glad y'all are as invested as I am, man. Because like I said, I was trying to figure out how I would even give him that like that feel like he's a bird. Just make him not seem so. I'm gonna make his legs seem more scratchy. Kind of give him his tail feathers in the background. Not see it at first. I was just seeing the Renegade. But this one, to be honest, this one is kind of weird because I'm not really drawing it the way that I normally would draw on the others. So, yo, he might look a little bit strange. Cause like I said, I had to like do some extreme digging and find some crazy references. But he's definitely a bird though, for sure. Even if you don't immediately see him. Bro's definitely a bird. You said Naruto look Canadian. What does that mean, Don? What does that mean? Just tough, man. Bro, he was dripped out in his fresh attire. He just learned Sage mode at that point, man. How do I do that? My head hurt. I don't know. Starting is the hardest part. I'm gonna make these claws or these talons kind of sharp, because you know it's so awkward because this one's kind of on the edge of the page, so I'm gonna have to kind of like figure out how I'm gonna draw on his wing. But he's a bird. He's a bird. I wanted him to kind of like have like that like rough edge. He's way less refined compared to my usual like owls. I'm confused. I don't even know. It is what it is, yo. I don't even know how to go about explaining this. You gotta draw. I'm gonna like emphasize his head more. I'm gonna make his head more emphasized. He one of them, bro. What does that mean? I'm confused. Why yo Naruto like that? He look like he's made out of clay. He is. He's from the other world. This is really a Coraline drawing, bro. He's from the other world. He's made out of clay. He's literally made. He's from the other world. Y'all not seeing the vision. Y'all not making the connections, bro. That's what's really going on. Y'all don't even know. Y'all know what the other world is, bro. Y'all listening? He's from the other world. He is from the other world. See here. Now for his actual like wings. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of shade them into where they're a little bit darker on this side. That way you can just tell them apart. I don't want for it to blend in too much. Like just the outline aspect of it. It might, yo, this angle might be kind of confusing though, because like I said, he is kind of cutting it close to Naruto. But as long as you could tell that bro is for sure over here in this corner, even if I gotta like shrink him down a little bit. Because he's usually depicted as being a little bit bigger than this. But I needed to make something to where he could fit onto the page halfway. The space was limited. The space was definitely limited over here. And now, yo, parents, you say broke like his parents related. Yo, you over here cooking my little Naruto. First y'all said the man was Canadian. Now you saying he look like his parents are related. I see how it is, yo. I see how it is. Y'all changing up. Y'all don't change up on me, bro. Don't change up on my guy. He's doing his best. He's doing his best indeed. I think I'm gonna kind of like. I do want to like darken these wings a little bit more, but like I said, he's kind of cutting it close. I don't want to overdo it, cause usually he's kind of depicted as being bigger, but I don't want to overdo his wingspan, so I don't want it to overlap too much with Naruto. But this one is cutting it close because unfortunately it's just a little bit more limited on space. I think that I'm going to. Hang on, let me see here. Let me see. I'm gonna just kind of like expand his wings down more over here on this side. Dude is obsessed with Obito? Nah, not quite Obito. Not on here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to give him his chakra rod. Brethren, do you sleep at all? Of course not. I just be vibing. Running off of pure dedication to the game. Obito is crazy, but nah, man, this one ain't Obito. For the love of the game, for the love of the craft. I be sleeping, it's just in very irregular patterns. He said, Lord. Indubitably. But yeah, man, this way. I gotta have to like squeeze bro into the corner, but if you know what you're looking at, you know what you're looking at, okay? I think I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm not gonna overdo him, but this whole theme, I had to kind of make him a little bit smaller. This whole theme is with all the people for sure. I feel like there's still something else that I want to add. Maybe not though. Maybe I'll leave it alone. That way it's not like overkill. Maybe I'll do like a scroll down at the bottom. Maybe I'll do like a little something. It's just a little something. Could do the rods at the bottom. The rods would definitely be solid for sure. But I don't really know how I would do his chakra rods, like literal. That's a really good idea, actually. Pain over the scroll. That's a great idea. Because he would literally like Maybe. I'm gonna make him a little bit pointed, but he would literally like summon them on command. Yo, it's like I'm drawing in a crayon, bro. It's not a crayon though. It's a chocolate rod. It's like a little Crayola crayon or something. But that's not what this is, honestly. Yo, listen. That makes it look worse. That makes it look like a crayon for real. I don't know, yo. It's not a crayon, bro. Crayon is crazy work. You got these crazy summons and frogs and birds and pain. You got this crayon. Bear with me. Let's connect. I'm okay, bro. I appreciate it though. I'm good, dog. I'm good indubitably. Mods ban him. He's yo, how you gonna like call up the brigade? You just straight up you send that man to the shadow realm. It wasn't even me. That's tough. Sit there, you kinda pack buddy up. Bro, he just trying to connect with you, bro. He just trying to connect with you. Personally. I'm gonna kinda have like maybe the way to keep this one from looking too Crayola-ish, because it still looks like a crayon, yo. It's like you got this bird something in Naruto and Pain. You got a crayon at the bottom. Like it's not, the vibe is crazy. I'm gonna make this one a little bit longer. Hey, I don't know if I'm connecting with some random from a TikTok chat. Hey, bruh. Hey, he just trying to network with you, boss. He just trying to network with you. He just trying to network with you, yo. I ain't never getting my ignited body. Yeah, yo. At this point in the timeline. At this point in the timeline, I gotta consult with the elder gods, bro. That's what a Raiden be saying. I gotta consult with the elder gods. Right or left-handed? I got a better question for you. The elder say to draw my ignited body. Maybe when the time comes. Maybe when the time comes. So can I get Rias from DXD tomorrow? Yo, I'm not promising anything. Because the moment I make promises, yo, I know how that goes. Days turn into months. Months turn into years. Years turn into... I don't even know. I'm not making any more promises, though, honestly. I be telling y'all that as is. I'll be kind of going strictly off of, like... I have, like, notes and I have requests, but I kind of just be going off of vibes alone. Vibes and what I be kind of feeling in the moment. I be doing Five Nights at Freddy's people sometimes. But the thing about your request for Ignited Bonnie, I try to like stick to stuff that I'm at least like more halfway familiar with. Like I'm familiar with the mainline games, but that's just more niche than what I'm familiar with. And even Rias. I'm not really that familiar with Rias, bro. I'm like a surface level anime bro. You know what I'm saying? Does Rias got motion like Goku? Is that what you telling me? Because you've been like advocating. You said Akano. You said yeah, she does. Maybe I got to do some research, bro. Cause it's a couple of shows that y'all be telling me about, man. That and what is it? It's Bleach, it's Demon Slayer, it's a couple of just different shows. It's a couple of different shows. It's freaking Crayola Crayon. Now they're gonna say the show Gooner material, but you gotta trust the plot is peak. Okay, that's not a good sign. If you gotta start explaining yourself, and I didn't even search up the show, that's not a good sign, bro. If you gotta put the disclaimer like, now I know what this looks like, but basically, no, you're done. That's not that's not a good sign, Brody. It's not a good sign. The plot is peak, bro. Yeah, all right. All right, bro. It's not a good sign. It's not a good sign at all. Now, I know what this looks like, but let me explain myself because, y'all was saying that Rias got motion like Goku, and me saying, okay, maybe I'm gonna look it up. Your immediate thing is you immediately jump into Gooner material. That's not a good sign, bro. That's not a good sign. The signs ain't signing, bro. The signs are not signing. You gotta lock in. You gotta get a grip, bro. I seen it, bud. That don't change the outcome, the vision. What's really going on here? What are you drawing? Well, so I was theming this page around a character called Naruto. Show the product. No. Exactly, it's Gooner and not a good show. See, Nanik, I feel like you being honest. Like you calling it like it is. You're not trying to like cope. Well, I'm just watching it for the comedic value. Like, yo, you not selling it off that well. I'm thinking, okay, Rias, okay, but no, you're not selling it off, bro. If you immediately gotta jump to start defending yourself and explaining, that's not a good sign, Brody. Okay, that's not a good sign. All right. As I was saying before, these are the chakra rods. You know, like the little things the little black rods he was summoning. Lamari is just a gooner. He just calling you out. He calling it like it is. He calling it like it is. Oh, I see. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit hesitant on even looking that up because if I look something up, my stuff blow up. If I look this up, my stuff genuinely explodes. Do not trust the word Lamari said. He's probably good while watching the stream. Genuinely thought the plot was peak. That's not a good sign. I'm over here thinking, man, I don't know what I was thinking, bro. But regardless of what was unfolding, there's a little bit more I want to add here. There's a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of just highlight his wings a little bit. Highlight his wings. I messed with the Gamakichi. And I'm glad you seen bro down at the bottom. He's kind of small, but he's looking at the chakra rods. You seeing what's going on. I'm gonna just leave. Hey, take it easy, Brody. Do what? Yo. Low key, what animes have you seen? Do what? This is amazing. I appreciate it, Ashley. And I'll put you on. I don't know, bro. You kind of scaring me with your. I'm over here thinking you was genuinely trying to recruit me, but nah, yo. That ain't a good sign. Yo, anytime you gotta immediately jump to like explaining the circumstance of the show, dog, that's not a good sign, bro. I'm over here thinking you really trying to like enlighten me. But shows that I've personally seen in my experience, not watch, you gotta have faith in yourself. Nah, I mean it was genuinely, it was a little bit more going on. It was a little bit more going on. There's still something else missing here, I feel. I don't want to overdo it. But yeah, here's everybody through our times right now. Bleach is so good. I'm thinking. Well, then don't. I don't want to overly spam. Let me see. I think, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think I'm gonna leave this one off. I think I'm gonna leave this one off as it is. I think I'm gonna call it a night, you guys. I think I'm gonna call it a night. And anything that I did tonight, I'm gonna turn it into a time lapse, so it won't be going. Hey, hang on, hold that thought, Brody. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Boom, drop the microphone. I think I'm gonna call it, but I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all though. And as I was saying before, I'm gonna like take some time to just get some editing and get caught up on like my actual time lapses. One Piece is fire too. Draw Hokage tomorrow. I'm not gonna promise it, but I've done Hokages and stuff before. I gotta just play it by ear and just kind of trust the spontaneity of the stream. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Y'all take it easy.